All right, in this set of notes, we're going to talk about congruent triangles. We're going to ask, why isn't side-side angle a triangle congruence criteria? So, just as a recap, we'd say there are 3 sets of triangle congruence criteria. And they are side, 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 angle, side, and angle, side, angle. But there are other combinations of sides and angles that we might look at, and some of them are enough to show that two triangles are congruent. But there's one in particular that kind of shows up as a problem, and it is side-side angle. And so side angle, right, and that is side angle is not a triangle congruence criteria. So, knowing that 2 sides and a not included angle from one triangle are congruent to 2 sides and a not included triangle or angle from another triangle, not enough to conclude that the 2 triangles are congruent. So let's take a look at an example. Say I have a triangle here, okay, and this triangle looks kind of like this. There we go. And then down here, I have, do my best to make these look congruent. All right, this triangle, okay, and then over here, okay. I'll call this triangle A, B, C. And we'll call this one D, E, F, and G, H, I. And we will say that we have angle, these 3 angles are all congruent, and that these sides are congruent. And if you look here, the reason why we can say that if we were to imagine this kind of, we could take this side here and sort of swing it in. Right. I have this little isosceles triangle. So here is the version with that last side like swung out, and here it is with it swung in. And both of these, right, we would say that angle A is congruent to angle B. We'd say that side AB is congruent to side DE, and we would say, oh, I'm a little off there, that side BC is congruent to side EF. So we have two sides and a not included angle. And then over here, we've got that angle G is congruent to angle A. We've got that side GH is congruent to side AB. And we've got that side HI is congruent to side BC. Side-side angle. In this case over here, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. But over here, we have that triangle ABC is not congruent to triangle GHI because AC at the bottom here is not congruent to GI. Is not congruent to GI. So side-side angle, in some cases, two triangles could have side-side angle and be congruent. In other cases, they could have side-side angle and not be congruent. So I would say just because two triangles share, we'll just say SSA, doesn't mean they have to be congruent. To be congruent. All right, there we go. So just to recap, we've got some triangle congruence criteria we've looked at: side, 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 angle, side, angle. And one in particular that sometimes trips people up is side, side, angle. Just because you have two sides of an angle, the difference here is up here, so we have side, angle, side. The difference is the angle is in between the two sides. Here, the angle is outside the two sides. It's not in between them. It's not included. And that's because we can look at these two triangles here. We can take this third side and we could swing it in to make triangle GHI, and we would still have angle and two sides congruent, but the triangles themselves aren't congruent. They don't match up. So just having two sides and a not included angle isn't enough to conclude that the two triangles are congruent.